According to the Minority Caucus, their attention has been drawn to a deliberate and an unpardonable constitutional breach, which is a consequence of executive intrusion with an independent constitution, which the Auditor-General Audit Service
Act to audit and submit to Parliament his report on the public accounts of Ghana for the preceding year within 6 months after the end of the said preceding year. And Article 1875 of the Constitution provides, and with your indulgence, I quote, "The Auditor General shall within 6 months after the end of the immediately preceding financial year to which the account mentioned in clause 2 of this article relates, submit his report to Parliament and shall in that report draw attention to any irregularities in the accounts audited and to any other matter which in his opinion ought to be brought to the notice of Parliament." Section 20 of the Audit Service Act 2000, Act 586, also further provides, "The Auditor General shall within 6 months after the end of the immediately preceding financial year to which each of the accounts mentioned in this part relates, submit his report to Parliament and shall in the report draw attention to any irregularities in the accounts audited and to any other matter which in his opinion ought to be brought to the notice of Parliament."
The Minority Leader Honorable Haruna Idrisu, who addressed the members of the Parliament's press corps, emphatically stated that the report of the Auditor General fell into arrears following the directive by the President to the Auditor General to proceed on leave.
It is worth noting that the Auditor General has previously complied with the above provisions of the Constitution and has even engaged in effort to give us up-to-date report on audited accounts to Parliament. For instance, the report of the Auditor General for the 2018 financial year was submitted within the statutory time limit. Unfortunately and regrettably, we cannot say so for the Auditor General for the 2019 financial year. And that is why you must understand, when an overzealous president asks an Auditor General to proceed on leave, the consequence is that what he is required and obliged to do under the Constitution, to submit a report on time to Parliament, that constitutional right is held in breach. It ought to be noted that the Auditor General is enjoined to draw the attention of Parliament to instances where public monies are not properly accounted for, or where there is deficiency through fraud, default, or mistake by any person, and that resources are used with due regard to the good of our economy and the public good of Ghana. It is a view of the minority that the abrupt and ill-advised decision of the President in directing the Auditor General to proceed on his accumulated leave was not just intended to gag the Auditor General in drawing attention to many of these anomalies perpetrated by officials in government and public officials. The Minority Caucus is particularly concerned that these delays may be deliberate for the primary purpose of avoiding further embarrassment to government.
In view of this, he noted that the minority is calling on the Acting Auditor-General as a matter of urgency to submit the 2019 report.
It is therefore the Minority Caucus view, our strong view, that in the interest of accountability and transparency, we note that the Auditor General shall not be subject to the direction and control of any person as provided for in Article 187 of the Constitution. The Auditor General to submit to Parliament and subsequently publish the reports on the audited accounts of government for the 2019 financial year as provided for in the Constitution, Article 1875, and the Audit Service Act, Act 584.
He further called on the President of the Republic to direct the Acting Auditor-General to do the needful.
On the President, as I have said, since he has the capacity to be directing the Auditor General this time round for the public good and public interest of deeper transparency and accountability, to do what is right. But we note as a minority that no one has the power to interfere with the work of the Auditor General. Therefore, we do not have the power or mandate to direct or call on him. So probably we should ask the President again with the same zeal that he asked him to proceed on leave. Maybe with the same zeal, he should ask him to do what is constitutionally appropriate and right, even though we do not think that that is the right thing to do.
Well-meaning Ghanaians he called also to join the minority in compelling the AG to comply with the laws of Ghana.